I'm Keely here at Okanagan Lavender and Herb Farm, and today I'm going to share with you some tips on how you can help your lavender survive over the long winter months. Here in the Okanagan we are zone 5, so it doesn't get very cold here, but we do get a lot of snow. An important thing to do to help your lavender with the snow is to prune it back when it's done blooming. So you want to get rid of all the long stems, all of the blooms, and a nice green mound like this. This will help the lavender withstand a big snowfall. If the stems are still quite long, then the snow will probably split your plant. But if it's pruned into a consistent green mound, the snow will just fall on top and make a nice cozy blanket over top of your lavender plant and will help insulate it against the cold. But for those of you who are somewhere a bit chillier, we have a lot of questions coming to us from Alberta. We have a couple tips to help you keep your lavender growing strong even when it gets very cold. Alright, so if you are in a marginal growing zone like Alberta or northern BC, it's really important when you're planting your lavender that you think about placement. You want to choose an area that's maybe in a southwest corner that has protection from wind, and it doesn't have to be a wall or anything. You can use grasses or other large plant material that will just help to protect your little plant against the frigid temperatures. So the trick we're going to show you today involves a couple materials. The first thing you want to get is a cardboard box with a large enough opening that will hold your lavender plant inside of it. So I'm going to put it on top like this and just bend the bottoms out. Okay, so once you have your box in place, you can take large rocks and put them on the flaps just to keep the box from moving. Alright, so now what you want to do is fill this area around the plant with mulch. This will just help to protect the roots a little bit more and keep it more insulated against the cold. Fill with mulch about halfway up the plant. Once you get there, a nice thing to put on top is any fallen leaves from trees around your property. Those will help to create the top layer of your little natural insulation blanket. We would recommend not closing the top of the box, however, just because it traps moisture, and in the spring when everything starts to thaw, it might cause your plant to develop mold. And lavender definitely doesn't like to be wet, so that wouldn't be a good thing for it to do. But with a generous layer of leaves and mulch, it should have enough protection to withstand the cold. There are obviously years where weather is out of our control. Sometimes we've had wet falls followed by a cold snap, and this freezes the roots underground. It might also be that it gets quite cold with no snow cover, and this is hard on the plant as well. So we can do what we can to help our plants survive, and the rest we just wait and see what happens in the spring and go from there. So best of luck. If you have any questions, comment below, and be sure to subscribe for more gardening tips and other great advice from the farm.